Another difficult F1 season is being experienced by Daniel Ricciardo. Additionally, this is a continuation of his earlier seasons. Since leaving Red Bull, Ricciardo has struggled to find his groove. Renault, formerly Alpine, offered Ricciardo a contract and McLaren signed him in an effort to place third in the constructors' standings. But so far, things haven't gone as expected. While Ricciardo improved to finish in the top 10 at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, McLaren did not always support him. Considerably, though, Ricciardo placed 8th. His performance may have been even better if he hadn't been misled by questionable team orders early in the race. Ricciardo has a brilliant start and moved up to 6th after starting in 12th. A fascinating new twist has emerged in the continuing Daniel Ricciardo McLaren story. Let's find out what it is in this video. Subscribe us and share your views along. Ricciardo has a contract through 2023, but his future is uncertain. Is it true? We will know what Zak Brown has to say. Ricciardo is receiving a lot of flack for his frequently subpar performances. Even worse, Ricciardo contract has gaps, according to McLaren's manager Zak Brown. Brown made the implication that the contract is not completely enforceable by saying, "I don't want to get into the contract, but there are mechanisms in which we're committed to each other, and mechanisms in which we're not." This is a concerning development for Ricciardo because it may necessitate his early departure from McLaren. More so if his form doesn't improve. The McLaren team manager expressed dissatisfaction with Ricciardo's performances and made a vague reference to his contract, which may include a get-out clause if desired outcomes aren't achieved. Ricciardo finished 9th at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, looking like he had recovered. His top 10 placing in 2022, which has sparked controversy. What does McLaren's manager Seidl have to say about the bad news for Ricciardo? Find out with us. The chatter surrounding Ricciardo, according to McLaren manager Andreas Seidl, is like a broken record, he said. Seidl said on the F1 Nation podcast, "I think we'll all dwell on this broken record a bit too much right now. Daniel is incredibly skilled and is working hard with a team to produce outcomes akin to those of Lando. Therefore, it's actually not such a major topic within the team as it's made to be at the time." Seidl responded that Ricciardo has recently shown signs of improvement when questioned about his performance. Even with feeling uncomfortable in the car, this is the case. He continued, "I think there was some nice work going on between him and the team just to locate these last percentages, which are often lacking. Very satisfied with the performance Daniel could exhibit this weekend, really the whole weekend." Seidl said at the time, "We need more time to analyze and understand why he was really sliding backwards from the first lap on, and also go into different tire specification, different tire compound. We need to investigate why that occurred and try to get a handle on it." Seidl expressed his opinions a little more bluntly, claiming that McLaren didn't deserve points. "We in Montreal had a very sad Sunday afternoon. The car's lack of speed, reliability concerns, and operational problems during the double shuffle pit stop during the virtual safety car period made it an overall difficult weekend. We have to admit that our rivals performed better," he remarked. He answered a question by saying, "I know I can still do it. I think everything functions at such a high level in this sport that if something's slightly out of sync, it can have a carry-on impact. So it's really just for me to go back to that position where I'm fully in tune with the car, and then it'll come," the driver said. What about the future of Daniel after the rumor and the criticism? Let's know. Future of Daniel Ricciardo after his criticism of the Australian plunged the Formula One world into meltdown. Daniel Ricciardo won't be let go before the end of his contract with McLaren, according to team manager Zak Brown. When Brown unexpectedly stated that Ricciardo's performances since joining McLaren have not reached his or our expectations and that Lando Norris has a clear advantage over his teammate earlier this year, the F1 world was taken aback. When he said that Ricciardo's contract with the Papaya team, which expires at the end of 2023, was not binding and contained provisions allowing McLaren to fire him if his performances don't improve, the McLaren CEO tossed the cat among the pigeons. Since then, it has been claimed that while Ricciardo cannot violate his contract, McLaren may. The 33-year underwhelming Olds results, though, haven't done much to dispel rumors that this might be his final F1 season. Ricciardo, who's now ranked 14th in the driver's standings, has only placed in the top 10 twice all season. What reaction did Ricciardo show in the rumors of bad news? Reiterating his commitment to the team through the end of the following season, Daniel Ricciardo has denied reports that he would lose his McLaren race seat. Ricciardo stated, "Zak and I have chatted. We've had to catch up. I don't believe anything needs to be clarified. Sometimes I'm just as guilty as they are, being sucked into the media and not always understanding everything. Plus, I like to talk. I have a definite deal with the team through the end of the following year. I've made it clear that I'm fully committed, and now all that remains is for me to demonstrate it by achieving the moments and races I know I'm capable of." We want to accomplish this collectively, and I have the team's complete support. Ricciardo responded to the abundance of rumors on this capacity to get the McLaren to perform better by saying he enjoyed the attention and could utilize it to improve his campaign. I enjoy pressure, he declared. I signed up for this since it's a nice platform for performances. My favorite. I anticipate success because it usually tastes better after adversity. Was Brown just being honest or hasty? Let's see. In an interview with Fox Motorsport host Jessica Yates, Brown refuted rumors that McLaren was considering firing Ricciardo, signaling he will at least remain with the team until the conclusion of next season, when his contract expires. Will he see out of his deal? Yates questioned. Brown replied, "Oh sure," to which, "We simply keep pressing forward," he remarked. "We adore collaborating with them." He adores the group. "We've observed that when we provide him a winning vehicle, he can triumph in it. He didn't think his season was great last year, but he still won at Monza. Therefore, it's there. We simply need to figure out how to unlock it and provide him with a vehicle that makes him feel more at ease. We have a wonderful relationship." The F1 rumor mill went into overdrive after Brown criticized Ricciardo, but he insisted he was just being honest and that his critique wasn't any harsher than how Ricciardo views his own performance. Will he see out his deal? Yates questioned. Brown replied, "Oh sure," to which, "We simply keep pressing forward," he remarked. "We adore collaborating with him. He adores the group. We've observed that when we provide him a winning vehicle, he can triumph in it. He didn't think his season was great last year, but he still won at Monza. Therefore, it's there. We simply need to figure out how to unlock it and provide him with a vehicle that makes him feel more at ease. We have a wonderful relationship," Brown said. The F1 rumor mill went into overdrive after Brown criticized Ricciardo, but he insisted he was just being honest and that his critique wasn't any harsher than how Ricciardo views his own performance. "Daniel and I get along really well. Not long after, we went to dinner in London and constantly exchanged WhatsApps. When someone questioned me, I responded honestly. We're not where we want to be is the same response Daniel has given and would provide. On the other hand, if I claimed that everything was wonderful, people could respond, 'Really, you're content with 12th?' Of course, I'm not pleased with the 12th. It was merely an honest response. It wasn't intended to be judgmental. It doesn't mean we don't believe he can help us win more races or that we aren't working incredibly hard." Jenson Button, a former F1 world champion, expressed amazement that Brown had openly criticized Daniel Ricciardo and wasn't covering his driver. In response, Brown took a shot at Button. Let's see them in the continued Austrian Grand Prix, and it'll be confirmed whether the news were fact or rumors. For more updates, stay tuned to F1 Viral. Share your views with us and subscribe to be notified of every moment of Formula One.